Hi there. In this tutorial we will learn about blur. Nowadays it's a trend in Adobe Photoshop for making image blur. Sometimes you are creating background blur, sometimes you have to need to create entire image blur, sometimes you have to create motion blur. So right now we will be introduced with different type of blur filter. Use the blur gallery to quickly create distinct photographic blur effect with intuitive on image control. So as this is the topic for blur, we will be introduced with the Gaussian blur, and it will help you to create background blur, as well as we will learn about motion blur. So let's take a look on entire tutorial how it will create different type of blur effect in your image in Adobe Photoshop with different type of blur filters. So let's take a look. So at first we have to open our exercise file, and therefore we have to click on file menu, and from there we will go for open option. Inside the exercise file you will get this blur and filters folder. You just have to open it, and inside the blur and filters folder you will get this eraser unsplash image. You have to select it and then you have to click open. Okay, you can take a look. Okay, right now we will make this image blur, and before that I want to duplicate this background layer. So let me right click on here, then we will get this duplicate layer option, and I want to write the name for blur, and let me click OK. So you can take a look, we got a new layer, and please make sure this blur layer is selected, and then we have to click on this filter menu, and from there we will go for blur option, and from there we will go for Gaussian blur option. So let me click on Gaussian blur. So this is the pop-up for Gaussian blur, and we want to make this entire image blur. So therefore we have to increase the radius. You can take a look, already blur effect is applied, but we want to make more blur. So therefore we have to increase the radius pixels. Okay, now we have a good blur view, and if you want to do more blur, then you just have to increase the radius of pixels. Okay, you can take a look, we got a full blur image here. So let me click OK. So this is the image after applying the Gaussian blur filter, and if you want to get back your previous image, then you just have to turn off the blur layer. Here is the previous one, and after applying the Gaussian blur filter we have this view. So this is how you will make an image blur. Right now we will learn how to make a specific things blur in Photoshop, and let me show you. I want to delete this blur layer, so you just have to select the blur layer, and here is the delete option. So let me click on this delete icon, and we have our background image, and in this image I want to make this orange blur, and I want to keep rest of the part transparent. So I want to make this specific orange blur, and therefore we have to use the quick selection tool. So here is the quick selection tool, and please make sure you are using add selection, and I want to select this orange. Okay, we got our orange selection, and right now we have to use the filter menu. From there we will go for blur option, and from there we will go for Gaussian blur option. So this is our pop-up, and we want to increase the radius pixels for making this specific orange blur. So let's increase for more. Okay, let me click OK, and let me deselect the selection. You just have to press Ctrl or Command D, and you can take a look, we got our orange deselected, and you can take a look, all the other oranges are still transparent, and only this orange we made it blur. So this is how you will make any specific part of the image blur.